Hello everyone, I'm Broughy1322 and the Community Verified series is back for its final iteration. This video is brought to you by the join page of my website. If you want more info on how to join races or other events we do on streams, head to broughy.com/join. Alright, away we go. Yep, it's the final wave of submissions basically. We're going to be playing through all the tracks that have been verified in this final wave of submissions, and then that'll be it for the community verified program in this series as we look to maybe think about something for GTA 6. I will talk about the future of the program throughout the course of this one, and my early thoughts for how we'll tackle this for GTA 6 if, you know, anything like that is possible, and also any changes that I would make or things I would do differently. But we're back and it's the same story as always. We've got 5 tracks on each platform this week. Can't guarantee that we're going to have 5 tracks on every platform every week or every month. And we'll be going through them, showcasing them. They'll all be linked in the description. It's for you to get them on your own platforms, drive them, race them, enjoy them in these final stages of GTA Online. Pajero's top speed coming in there. But we're starting with one of my tracks, because Ron Raceway, just like LSGP and North Loop before it, has had a makeover. And I like it. I think it's basically been updated to modern standards, and you can access this on PS5 and Xbox Series X. It's available on both platforms, not PC because PC still doesn't have PC still doesn't have 300 props because I don't know why, Rockstar. But beautiful, you know, pit building and visuals around the track. Obster's done a great job in helping me get this updated to more modern standards. Lovely area here, so we've managed to keep the tower that was such a good feature of the original 2020 version of the track, but now it's towards the Indy circuit, and all the variations are still available as well. The national circuit, the Indy circuit, the club circuit and the outer ring, and you can access all of them, all the links for all the tracks on broughy.com/ronraceway. The link will be in the description as well, or you can just navigate to the resources section of my website, go to GTA 5 circuits, and then find Ron Raceway there. Muscles S was a good choice for here. The Pajero ZX is definitely a challenge. Good old bus stop chicane on the back straight, still as challenging as ever. But yeah. Thanks to Skipsteroo as well for recreating this on Xbox. So the main circuit and all the variations, they're all available on PS5 and Xbox. The updated version is available on Project Homecoming as well, and I'll be getting it updated on 8th Gear also. So it'll be available basically everywhere except vanilla GTA PC, because there's too many props for it. Lovely pit lane as well. The pit lane goes all the way around the outside of the last corner, and it's really cool. It's a nice addition. And yeah, all the track links for the various iterations of Ron Raceway you can find on my page on the website, regardless of what platform you're on. You just go to the page, click the button for PS5 or Xbox for whatever variation you want, whether it's the main circuit or some of the smaller variations, just like you can with LSGP, North Loop, and then all the other tracks that I've got. You can also access the older versions. The 2020 version is still available if you want to try that, and the 2016 version, where you basically can't see anything because it's just a few props around the airport. Just hope it doesn't rain on that version. Yeah, there's not an awful lot that's actually changed in terms of the way that you drive the circuit. Just visually and up to date, a bit better in terms of the prop usage and stuff, because the older version was a little bit long in the tooth. And this was the version that I wanted to do for the national circuit, for the Ultimate Ron random race that we did a few weeks ago. So the national circuit starts here basically, but it wasn't. We had issues getting it onto Project Homecoming in time. So this is the official debut of the new Ron Raceway. Probably going to be Blaine County 24 hours next. Again, that will be very similar to Ron. That it's not going to need a lot of major changes to it in terms of the layout and whatnot. Just a few minor improvements, and then bringing the props up to modern standards. LSGP was a much more significant difference. There we go. Damn. Starting off with a win. It's my track though. I had home track advantage for that one, I suppose. But yeah, it looks nice. Creator advantage, yeah. And yeah, now we move on to seeing some tracks created by the community. And we're going to keep doing the streams until we've done all of the tracks created for this wave. But this is like the final stages of it at least. Alright, now we're into the tracks that have been submitted by the community, not just me putting out my own stuff. Well, it's the perks of it being my channel, I guess. But yeah, big thanks to Obst for recreating and doing all the work on Ron Raceway. Done a great job. So, we're in the C tier of compacts, which is basically the Panto and the Rhapsody. Short circuit, I believe this is. Ooh, undulation already. Elevation change already. Before we begin random all track. Yeah, this might be a good track for random all. I've only done 2 corners. But yeah, to talk a bit more about sort of what we're going to be... Oh, yeah, the bridge looks cool. What we're going to be doing with the community verified program going forward. Like I said, we're in sort of the final stages of it now. This is the final wave of submissions, so if you haven't submitted anything since we reopened it in the last stream, I think a couple of months ago now, this is your last chance to submit something to the program and potentially get it showcased if it's good enough. The link is, of course, in the description, and all the roles and information you need is on bruvy.com/verified. Wish that wall just negated all the curb boosts. Why not just put it flush to the curb? Oh yeah, you can definitely take too much speed there. I like that. I like that sort of traction limited, speed limited chicane on the outside of that corner. Otherwise it would just be full throttle and not that interesting. So yeah, the final wave of submissions. Not every... I mean, we've got 15 tracks for this stream, but I'm pretty sure not every stream is going to have 15 tracks. Obviously, we always have a lot less tracks on PC, and then Xbox has a good number, but certainly less than PS5, so we'll just basically showcase all the tracks that are left remaining to be showcased from this final wave of submissions. And then I'm planning to do a few sort of special streams, a few special content creator streams that will, you know, maybe Like in one of them we can go back and look at some of the verified tracks from the first iteration of this and compare them with what we have now, sort of similar circuits, for example. We could, you know, just do some one-offs as not part of the original, like the submission process, and then, yeah, probably maybe we can finish off with some snow tracks or something, or tracks that are good in some snow weather for December, and then that'll be it. The content creator streams and community verified program and everything will be done for GTA 5, and I think it makes sense that, you know, the interest has tailed off a little bit as GTA 5 is nearing its end, GTA 6 is on the horizon. You know, why continue making tracks when it's only going to get used for a couple of months maybe, or whatever, unless, you know, you just enjoy the process of making the circuits. But I can certainly understand why the interest has tailed off a bit. But we'll, you know, if there is some sort of creator in GTA 6, we will bring this back to community verify. Oh yeah, or unless you're on PC, and then I can totally understand why the interest tails off when you don't get all the features that everyone else gets. But yeah, I you know, as long as there's something like the creator on GTA 6, which there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee we'll be able to race like we do now on GTA 5 and GTA 6. You know, there's just no guarantees for anything. But as long as there is, we will bring it back for GTA 6, and we'll probably make a few small changes. You know, I think I'd go to if I was to do it all over again, I wouldn't really do scores or anything. I'd probably just do like a pass-fail. You know, the testers basically just get asked the question: does it deserve to be showcased or verified? Yes or no. If we get enough yeses, the track gets showcased, rather than worrying about scores. Because as I understand it, some creators actually don't submit, even though they've got tracks that would easily be good enough to be verified, because they don't want to get a score of a low 4. Rather than, you know, even though a 4.2 is good enough to get verified, as long as it's a score of over 4, they don't submit because they don't want to get a 4.1 or a 4.2 or something. So it just becomes silly. You know, I think a whole pass-fail system just makes so much more sense. But yeah, there's obviously plenty of time to figure all that out when GTA 6 comes, and we'll see what we can do. But learned a lot from doing this on GTA 5, and I think it's important to continue something like this for the next game, to showcase the best of what the community can make. Because we all know that Rockstar don't really do it with their community jobs. Some of the stuff they some of the stuff they verify and make into community jobs has been not too bad recently, but some of it isn't. And I would argue that most of the tracks we have, like this one, in these streams are better than what Rockstar showcase. So, unless Downtown 2 is short. Wish that title was capitalized, but hey, can't be too nitpicky towards the end of the series. Nice, long, challenging city track is this one, according to the notes, with a bit of an old style vibe, but it isn't actually old style. I just wanted to go to the back. So, long city track. You don't see those all that often, just because it can be so difficult to, you know, with all the props that are in the city, fixture removals and covering lampposts and stuff like that with props. It's a lot more difficult the longer a track is. Super's C tier for this one. I chose the XA21. I don't know why. Just felt like it. I always do relatively worse. No. I always do relatively worse on city circuits because of all the brake boosting that I don't do. But these races are never about the actual races themselves. They're always about showcasing the tracks getting the tracks out there, linking them in the description, and then if you, dear viewer, is watching and thinks, hey, that looks fun, I'd like to race that, you can. Getting all these corners wrong at the moment. That's a good segment, that. Into the going the downhill, you know, slight elevation, getting a little bit of airtime, and then into the right-hand sweeper. That was nice. Yeah, very fast city circuit. They've always been fun, these kind of circuits. Super high speed city stuff. Never the sort of thing that you would do for like an MCEC style race event, because you need a bit more of a variety of corners for something like that, for overtakes and things. I've always felt. But like, they're incredible playlist tracks for that crazy high speed, close racing type deal. Feels like I'm getting a little closer to that top group, but not quickly enough. Maybe I can see them now. They're actually visible. This is actually my first time on GTA Online for like almost a month. I normally do better when I haven't played GTA for a long time. Oh, issues. Oh, major issues. I'm in second? How did that happen? Oh, now I'm not. Okay. We're all having issues. Why do you talk? I know, right? Fun high-speed city circuit. That was good car selection, that good tier selection for that track. Jetsam Raceway. A themed circuit this time. I've chosen the Greenwood, just to be different. We're doing C tier of muscle cars. Normally I'd go for the Gauntlet Hellfire, but it's an eclectic mix in the C tier of muscle. Old style track, themed circuit for this one. Old style. We've had basically all of the other tracks are just regular circuits. Obviously there's multiple different categories circuits can be submitted as. You get 2 submissions per submission wave. It can be a regular circuit like what we've just done, or off-road circuits, or themed circuits, or artistic circuits, things like that. And this is themed. Old styles theme is the theme of this one. So only using old style props that were created, that you could use back in, you know, the 2015 era, before the Cunning Stunts update gave us all the stunt props. Before all of that, we just had these old style props. We only had 50 props to use as well, whereas now we've got 300, but Oh, that was close. Basically, any props that keep the circuit to be a land race rather than turn into a stunt race. So there are some newer props here, like the race buildings, but they're not the stunt props. But I remember when bridges and smoothing used to be done with these big red platforms. I never used to like it. I always thought it was so ugly. But it's amazing what can be done with, you know, a limited prop styles, especially now that there's more props available to use in races. I feel like with old style circuits you definitely lose out on the visuals, but you just get a sort of a different experience. It's a different visual experience. I remember to Big Early. There was an old track that used to have that corner. Oh, what was it called? RDT made it from back in the day. Boondock, I think it was. Or something, that was kind of the name of it. Boondock GP, that was it. That was a very, very old, from the Bruffy Verified series, that one. That's a difficult corner, everybody's crashing almost. That was before we even used to do live streams for these showcases. We should probably go back to some of those super old ones in some of the special one-off streams towards the end, once we've gone through all the submissions. We'll look at some of the really old Bruffy Verified circuits, because originally they were just 8-player stuff, talking like old gen Xbox 360 PS3 circuits, where we really were restricted to 50 props. We should look back at some of those as well as the other iterations of the community verified program, because it's had a few different eras, I guess you could say. Might be fun to take the same style of track from each era, like in the same area, like a Blaine County track or a city track or something like that, and just see how track creation has evolved over the years. The Greenwood's really weird. It's only got 3 gears. And that can cause it to be somewhat inconsistent sometimes. But yeah, I never used to like these platforms from a visual perspective, but I can't deny that they were always very useful for extending the track. The note on this one is that there's a surprising amount of custom sections for an old style track, and I agree with that. When you consider it's an old style track and the limited props to be used, you know, no stunt roads able to be used on an old style track like this, there are a surprising amount of custom sections here. It's really nice as well. I really like the layout. Simple but also challenging, and it all those sort of fits around this area. Like it kind of fits well with the theme. Oh my god. Did GT Driver try to do a full throttle into the wall thinking it might be quicker? I mean, it's worth a try. Just made it. I almost forgot about it. There we go. My good driving after my long break continues. It won't last long. I'll take it. Speaking of different lines and trying to do crazy stuff on tracks, this is why we test. That was from Liosa, I believe. And this is why testing on tracks is done, because racers will find the lines. What a line that is. That was exceptionally well executed, though. Oh, that was B-Dogs. You linked it. I thought it was you. So this is this... Oh, yeah, it says B-Dogs entered first. So it was... Yeah, this was B-Dogs who did the actual... the line. That is mightily impressive. Liosa linked it to me in the community verified chat. That's why testing is done on tracks. Clearly the intended line. Visla. Box Visla. More of a novelty track, this one. Inordinate amount of props spent on aesthetics is the note for this one. So... I'm looking forward to seeing the beauty and the majesty of a track where all of the props have been spent on aesthetics instead of track itself. Sports Classic C for this one. So HSW turned off for the Sterling. Yeah, I should record this one. If that's the note, maybe this is good thumbnail fodder. Box likes his full custom circuits. Oh, look at the bridge. Oh, taco on the outside, taco van, and a helicopter. This track is on Project Homecoming already, yeah? Okay. So this is another random potential, I guess. Short enough. Yeah, that bridge is really nice. Full custom circuits as well. I think it feels like it's underappreciated how much props they actually take to just make. Like all of these stunt roads, when there's no regular roads to use for some of the track, you end up with having to use a lot of props on just stunt road pieces. Yeah, very nice. Very nice, flowy. Bridge is really cool. I do like a good bridge on some of these circuits. And how you're gonna be able to like pass by cars right next to you on that segment. Yeah, we got to do this for a random all, don't we? I think the two random alls for this month are gonna have to be on recent community verified circuits. We got Gardens Reach first, and then this one. Oh, couldn't hold it. It takes a lot of skill to be able to create such smooth roads. Like it feels like we just take it for granted these days. When we look at custom road sections, they're always just super smooth and nice. But when you think like they're all just made up of sort of almost, apart from like a few small number of props, they're all made up of, you know, many straight line props that have to be placed all together to make smooth surfaces and, you know, downhills and uphills and all that kind of stuff. Much more difficult to make than you'd think exactly. You know, you're placing like 50 straight line stunt road sections to make one little banked corner or something. Very nice. And that finishes us off for PS5. Beautiful stuff. Now we move on to Xbox. Alright, starting with the Xbox tracks now. With a revamp of Specky's old crisscross at the docks with some extra crisscrossage, according to the description of this one. So crisscross at the docks, I might remember it, I don't know whether I will, but it was an older verified track, I believe. And this is a somewhat revamp of it to start us off with the Xbox tracks. 5 circuits all available on Xbox, so obviously the first circuit for this showcase was available on PS5 and Xbox, but only because it was recreated. The 4 tracks that we just saw are only available on PS5, and then the next 5 tracks are only available on Xbox. I really hope that for GTA 6 there's a lot more cross-platform stuff. It would be ideal if we had cross-platform play between PS5 and Xbox, and certainly cross-platform jobs. It's always been so frustrating that you can't just, you know, I mean, there's no reason why you can't, because it's just a lot of props and coordinate system as to where those props are placed. It's so frustrating that you can't just play Xbox tracks on PS5, PS5 tracks on Xbox, PC tracks on each platform, whatever. It's really frustrating. It always has been one of the more frustrating aspects. Oh, that's fast. That's an HSW Devastate. So I really hope we get some cross-platformage for GTA 6. And yeah, it's very easy to actually, I think it was done a while ago via like some of the PC modding, PC magic type stuff. It was possible to just put the Rockstar verified tag on a track and it would immediately become playable on all platforms. Like it's so easy for them to do. Need to get into the 2020s and make cross-platform progression and cross-platform play a thing. It's the one thing that I've hated the most, I think, about having to play on all the different platforms, is having to maintain 3 different characters and have multiple different tracks. Yeah, cool Doc's track. Seeing the other side of the coin of, you know, what a Doc's track can be like when you actually do utilize. Wait, where am I going? I went wrong. When you do utilize props that, you know, new props. We saw an old style Doc's track earlier. Now we're seeing a new style one. Gonna get ran away from with this HSW Devastate. Who knows what the future holds? No guarantee there'll be, you know, no guarantee what the online version of GTA 6 is going to look like. We've got no idea. I think we sometimes take for granted all the things that we can do in GTA Online in terms of the racing. When you look back at GTA 4, it was vastly different. And all the things we can do with swapping cars and GTA mode and stuff like that. I think there's a good chance that they'll change something for GTA 6's online version that will drastically change how we race and not allow us to, certainly being able to swap cars in a GTA mode format. That's definitely the first thing out the window. They don't want people to be able to swap cars and not buy the cars themselves. Just a little 360 there, we're alright. I suppose they've already tested their waters with that with HSW, that's true. You can't swap HSW cars because all of the upgrades don't continue to stick when you respawn in HSW cars. Well, when you give them out to other people, that is. Need GTA Plus to race in GTA 6. GTA Plus gives you access to the creator, gives you access to the editor, gives you access, you know, it's going to be all behind it, isn't it? Nice track to start us off on Xbox. Autodromo Lago Alamo. Sandy Shores track propped a bit differently with a few nice kinks, supposedly, as the note says for this one. Kinky track. Kinky, those people on Xbox. Sedan's E for this one. The Warner is what I have from this tier. Some Cognoscenti 5.5s that are quick in a straight line though. Long straight here. Stealing my joke. Oh yeah, I see that, Derogen. You did say that earlier as well, actually. Okay, maybe the Cognoscenti 5... I was going to say maybe the Cognoscenti 5.5 was the best option, but I feel like not crashing was actually the best option. Not crashing, first of all, then choosing the Cognoscenti 5.5. Deserved karma for stealing Derogen's joke. Well, can I really have stolen it if I didn't see it first? Yeah, the skill has run out. I won that PS5 playlist, and then that's it now. It's all over. Back to the GTA break. I knew it wouldn't last long. Those long back straights, the Cognoscentis must be the best for this track, surely. I mean, there's a little bit of Sandy Shores section, but it's a cool little Sandy Shores track. I feel like we don't see Sandy Shores tracks that often in terms of like only Sandy Shores. Sometimes there's a little bit of Sandy Shores mixed in with a bigger Blaine County track as a whole. Yeah, this is a very long back straight. I almost hit that again. Interesting little, I mean the pit lane works there on the dirt. I wonder if there's a slowdown to make you lose a little bit more time, hopefully. Alright. After all of that and that crazy time loss from that crash, I'm finally caught up to one of these cognoscentes. Can I get past in the Sandy Shores section? Sedan's testing video this week. We'll see how they all do. It's definitely a must watch for the top tier. Top tier is glorious. It's better than muscle. It's probably the best top tier of any of the classes. Finally a position change. I'll lose it again on the back straight. Yeah, there it goes. I don't know how I feel about having such a long straight. I do like the balance it gives to this tier though. Cognoscentes are so much faster they couldn't brake, couldn't stop in time. Is that an Asterope ahead? Battle for fourth. Top three are gone. Be nice to see a Sandy Shores track again. No dice on that fourth place. Yeah, it was fun. Sports B tier for another fast and flowy city circuit. I've gone for the Pariah instead of one of the HSW cars. I feel like I've always gone for an HSW car. When we've done these races since HSW has been released. So I'll give the Pariah another shout. So we had two dockyard tracks, now we're getting two fast and flowy city circuits on each of the platforms. It's crazy to think that the Pariah is one of the slowest top speed wise in this tier. Like the Pariah being the slowest top speed of anything. I like the little hat on the collar thing. Yeah, the game has just totally changed, hasn't it, with HSW? I don't mind HSW, to be honest. I quite like what they've done to give cars crazy high top speeds and stuff. I just, as always, wish they'd implemented it a bit better and continued to use it to make old cars quicker, rather than what they did do, where they gave us the Sterling, the Cucho, the Banshee, gave us a taste of how good it could be, and then just gave HSW to every single new car that could have just been programmed to be that quick in the first place. It's just an extra price tag they can add to new cars. Oh yeah, this new car costs 3 million. And there's also an extra million to give it an HSW upgrade. In the case of something like the Italy GT or Stinger TT, for example. Still waiting for that Zentorno HSW. I'm convinced it's going to come eventually. Yeah, cool city circuit. Nice high speeds. Again, they're always a good bit of fun. I think HSW makes these kind of circuits even more fun. High top speed, low grip is always better for fast flowy circuits to add a bit of challenge. To be honest, I think I'm doing better with the Pariah than I otherwise would have done if I'd chosen, like, I was going to choose the Banshee. I think I would have done worse. I don't know why I say things. I don't know. I don't know why I say anything. That crash has given me a bit of a battle on my hands to keep this podium though. Unless an HSW car just flies straight past me. I think there's been enough corners on this track, and certainly like high traction corners, to keep this tier quite balanced. Like the better traction of the Pariah is actually managing to hold on against these HSW cars. Damn, the Pariah ended up winning. Yeah, Sterling GT has had some issues. Second for life. Nice. So back with another old style track. Land race prop track, complete with bridge and death chicane. I always love a good death chicane. We're in the C tier of compacts again. So this time I chose the Panto just to mix it up, considering I chose the Rhapsody last time. And they're the only two cars in the C tier of compacts. It's not a massive selection. Alright, so old school style track. Land race props. We've seen one of these as well. We've had a very like interesting duality between the two playlists. We had two dockyard tracks, we've had two fast flowy city circuits, we've had two old style tracks now. Like the Xbox and PS5 guys almost been doing the same thing this week, this month, this showcase. And yeah, there's the Panto that I used to... there's the Panto that I bought now ahead of me. Oh, it really is a death chicane. Yep, we all did the same thing. That was a very different... you could tell the people who've done this before and who haven't done this track before. At least it wasn't lying when it said it was a death chicane. We all died. Oh, there's the bridge. Cool creation with the old school props. It is a cute little track. I think compacts was a decent choice, but you could definitely do all sorts of other classes around here. Proline. I don't think it's quicker. Might be quicker in some cars. Ugh. If you're like more traction limited on that right-hander, being able to carry the speed off-road, I think it might be quicker. Yeah, there's a reason that I chose the Rhapsody in the last Compact C race on PS5. Because generally I'm not that great in the Panto. And I think that is being evident and on display right now. Alright, let's go for a clean lap on the final lap. Okay, that was a small slowdown, but not too bad. Oh, come on. Good old Panto oversteer. Need people to mess up the death chicane. We're in the third lap now, though. People know about it. No, I tried to carry too much speed. This has not been one of my better performances. I've definitely lost it. I've definitely lost it. It's all gone. I got those 5 races, 5 decent races on PS5, and then that was it. It's all over. Final track on Xbox, and it's a Wreckfest track. I'm excited. I already had this bookmarked actually. Ready for death and craziness. We got catch-up and slipstream on. Oh, I've got off already. Come on. Yes, landed it. Hellride. We got a little bit of a taste of this on the Project Homecoming race that we did. But now we can actually see it as it should have been, because they had issues getting the props in correctly, if I remember right. 8th gear, sorry, not Project Homecoming. Did I say Project Homecoming? I meant 8th gear anyway. That freaking Patriot. But yeah, an excellent creation. There's also Deathloop as well. Nice and smooth on the bottom here. That's nice. But yeah, to bring some Wreckfest tracks to GTA and them work so well. It just works really well. It's massively impressive. Excellent creation, and I'm glad we're showcasing it as part of the Community Verified program, because we should. Like, I can't even imagine the amount of effort required that goes into making this. Oh god. We just did open SUVs, by the way. So any SUV is fine for choosing in this one, as long as it wasn't armoured. I think I saw a Toros early on though. That shouldn't have been allowed. Oh, he got absolutely wrecked. Is that the habanero? How is Specky killing people? Uh-oh, I've gone. I wasn't paying attention. Now imagine this with unknown unknown. Yeah. You'll never see this on Project Homecoming. So we'll never see it with a random all race. But if Rockstar enable unknown unknown races and transform checkpoints, that's a possibility. Yeah, excellent creation. Oh, Specky's actively trying to explode people. I see that's what's happening. No, I've done it again. Oh, we hit each other on the... Oh god. Oh god. I fear it's kicked off more than I was intending it to when I said let's go for death and chaos. Yeah, just as we're starting to experiment with modded tracks on Xbox. With modded tracks on Wreckfest. We're now able to experience Wreckfest tracks on GTA. It's all coming full circle almost. How many laps are left? Okay, one more after this. Oh god. I am quite scared for this last lap. He got launched. Oh, he's gone. Oh, god damn it. That's why I should have been scared. Okay, it's turned. You definitely can't do this on Wreckfest. Got him! Beautiful. Give me it. Yes! Second. Beautiful. That was fun. Excellent, excellent creation. And those are all our Xbox tracks. Alright, PC tracks. Oh, it's foggy. Foggy weather. I need a Frankensteiner. I don't have one, but it's on theme for this, so I need a swap for one. I'll do a sticky bomb to start. Apart from the random, we do have a random that's joined. They haven't waited, obviously. Alright, away we go. Let's see how many seconds behind the random we are now that we finally got going. Everybody in Frankensteiners. 53 seconds. Let's see how long it takes. I don't even know what car they're in. Frankensteiners does seem quite on brand for this track. The fog. So this was submitted as a themed circuit. Seems like it's already fitting the theme very well. Spooky. They added a lot of, and I really like those lanterns. They added a lot of Halloween props, didn't they? Oh, did they add them to PC as well or not? Oh, look at this. That's cool. So yeah, we're back on PC where you only get 200 props instead of 300. But PC does get PC magic for those who choose to partake in that. And modded props and dev creator stuff and whatnot. Yeah, those lanterns are really cool. Cool theme, spooky theme. We should revisit this when it's Halloween weather. Although you can activate Halloween weather now, right? I think this was put onto fog weather. There was weather in the lobby, so I'm guessing this counts as a land race rather than a stunt race. Still can't choose weather in stunt races in the lobby. But maybe the fog suits it better than the Halloween weather. The Halloween weather does change all the hue of everything, doesn't it? Frankensteiner was a good pick. Oh, look at that massive crane. And the extra lights and stuff. The dead bodies hanging from the light fixtures is crazy. Cool track, cool theme. This is a good example of a themed circuit. You know, something that has a specific theme to it, creates the track around that, props around that, weather, all that kind of stuff. Works really well. Alright, in terms of our position to the random, we've gone from 53 seconds to 5 seconds in one lap. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is why you don't leave randoms in. I was, so obviously thank you to Box and Specky, who did the hosting duties on PS5 and Xbox. Normally Leosa would be doing the hosting duties on PC, but it's actually Box doing it this time again. And the only thing that Box hasn't done flawlessly in his hosting is kicking the random before the start of this. I even mentioned, I was like, Box, you might want to kick the guy who's on call, and then a minute later we just started the race and he was still here. Thankfully he's so bad at driving that even though he took out one of them, I think he took out Leosa. You can shoot as much as you want, but if you can't catch up to the people you're trying to shoot, then you're going to struggle. And now Leosa's just continually killing him. Beautiful. The murders are fitting the theme of the track, that's true. It's just adding to the theme, isn't it? Lovely track to start us off on PC. Can't beat a bit of hill road action. And I always like a good themed circuit, especially when the track leans into it so well. I like the light on the apex there, nice touch. Get this position by the end. Mistakes must have been made. No, not gonna happen. Or maybe. That was really close. That was fun. Let me see if I got it. Did I get it? Did I? I didn't. I missed it. Yeah, I got it by 5,000ths of a second. Beautiful. Best intentions. Old style track again. We've had an old style track on every single platform this week, this month. Alright. Now that we've dealt with the random problem, we can have a race without getting exploded and shot at. Another old style track. All the platforms are matching in certain areas this month. The notes on this one is it's a well done old style track. Really neat propping. But there are some lampposts left over and some slightly confusing checkpoints in places, so we'll look out for that. And the cornering on the low grip barges can be tricky as well. I mean, this is probably the ultimate in difficulty when it comes to doing a low grip track, an old style track in the city. That's like the highest level of difficulty for old style tracks, because you've got a limited... Really? Okay. You've got limited props to use. Wait, what the... Did I... Oh, that's a chicane! I'm just gonna respawn. Okay, now I see. Yeah, you've got limited props to be able to cover all the lampposts and remove all the lampposts of the, you know, the issues that I was talking about earlier when it comes to city circuits. But then the old style nature of it means that it's even more difficult because you don't have as much to work with. Yeah, so there definitely are some immediate issues. Most of the track seems fine. But that chicane was very confusing. Should have been a bit more blocked off, I reckon. There are definitely more lampposts around the track that I would like to see. Certainly in some key areas. Like here, for example. I think we were talking about, you know, like what we would do differently for the next iteration. You know, GTA 6's version of this and stuff like that. Too many lampposts here as well. And I think it might be good to have like two separate pass-fail metrics. Is it verified? And is it showcaseable? Way too many lampposts all around here. Like, I think there's benefit in showcasing some tracks that, you know, might be on the verge of a score of 4 or a 3.9 or 3.5 or something that we've had in this system that might otherwise just miss out. But it would be good to showcase it to kind of go over and showcase what should be done differently or what could be improved on it. And then there's a separate metric that's like, okay, this is also good enough to be considered verified. And there's no real major issues on it or anything like that. Just a thought, might be something that we do. This is probably right on that edge. It did just get a score of 4 exactly, so it was right on the edge. There are definitely still some improvements that can be done, I think, to the lampposts. But most of it is quite nice as well. Especially considering it's an old style circuit. Yeah, this whole this whole community verified program through the years has had two major things that I want, objectives. One of them is just getting amazing circuits out there because Rockstar never did it themselves. But the secondary one was to sort of help people get better at creating some of those good circuits. And I think as tracks have gotten better and better over the years, that secondary objective's kind of being lost a little bit because the standard is just so high. So maybe having a separate metric of something to showcase would, even if it's not verified, but can be, you know, showcased to hopefully help, might be a good idea. Cool. So supposedly we've already played this on the community verified live streams, but it hasn't been officially verified. I think there was a week where we didn't have enough tracks on PC, so Leosa added a few extras when they were hosting. This was, oops, I got the boost. This was one of them. Wait, okay. I was gonna just say we can start going at the start, but I guess you all want to change cars every race, do you? I mean, I'll take a Z-Type. So we have done this before, supposedly. Whether I'll remember it or not, I don't know, but now it has been through the official verification process. and has been verified, and now is being showcased from that instead, rather than just, hey, here's a good track, so that we can, damn box, that drift. Yeah, here's a good track to make up the numbers. Again, the links for all the tracks that we've seen today are in the description, in the order in which they've been played as well. And we're doing Sports Classics E tier, which is basically just the Pagani and the Z-Type. After all the retesting. I do love a good Blaine County circuit. I think it's my favourite place for a racetrack. I got the wrong line big time. We're alright though. No, we're not. I think I caused all of that. I should wait for hack there. I started that whole process. Doing a Hamilton at Spa in 2008. Taking the position back immediately after giving it back. Nice custom section around the outside here, into the sea. I think when we come on PC for these showcases, it shows that, like, you don't need 300 props to be able to make a great circuit. You know, some of the PC tracks are incredible. I think it's the 300 props gives you a little bit of extra wiggle room in terms of visuals. Allows for more pretty things. Like, functionally, the tracks are generally about the same. You can obviously make a lot more custom roads with 300 props, but on a normal circuit that has regular roads and custom sections, most of the time it's all about the visuals, having grandstands and making it feel more alive, which I really value for circuits actually. At this point, I feel like I'm just going to be saying this continually until GTA 6 comes out. But I still can't believe that PC doesn't have expanded and enhanced. But now I'm losing belief that it will ever get it. Like, I think it's just never going to get it. It's all to get people on new consoles so that everyone can buy GTA 6 immediately when it releases. It's not going to be on PC immediately. Rockstar just waiting for PC 2 to be released. Yeah, that's obviously what it is. Yeah, nice track, nice Blaine County circuit. With custom road sections and all sorts. Just to give it that unique feel. feel a little bit more than just another Blaine County circuit. Someone's gone for the pit lane. One. Very nice. Alright, it says in the description the creator named it like this just to hear someone try to pronounce the name of the track. I'm gonna try it. Oh, it was rain. It was rain for 15 minutes, but it must be said to. Oh, I got the boost. It must be said to clear weather in the creator. Boo, boo. That's a markdown. I wanted a rain race, especially for stunt races where you can't choose the weather. Feels like you gotta take every opportunity you can get. Anyway, B tier of supercars. Crazy to think the Wagner's in the B tier of supercars now. Alright, let me try and say the name of this this track. Påläg. That's what I've gone for. Probably horrendous, but hey, I gave it a try. Alright, so this is, according to the notes, a long city track. Which also, obviously, it's according to the notes, it's very impressive of a creation in the first place. But it also shows some of the limitations that PC are experiencing now with the prop limit and the fixture removal limit. Because I'm guessing we're going to have errant lampposts that we could have got rid of if we were on Xbox Series or PS5. We're probably going to have, you know, areas of less propage to make a long. I mean, like I said before, a long city circuit is always one of the more difficult ones because you've got to cover so many props. You've got to use props to cover lampposts or use fixture removals to get rid of them. And it's even more apparent on PC because there's just a lot less options for you. But a very long city circuit, when it's done right, is always quite an impressive creation. Just because of all that difficulty in making it a clean experience and certain trade-offs you've got to make. Getting rid of the more important lampposts, the ones that are going to be hit more, for example. So is it PC are still on 200 props and 40 fixture removals, right? Whereas PS5 and Series X are now on 300 props and 100 fixture removals. Unless you count dynamic props and PC magic removals. Yeah, okay, there's little tricks here and there on PC. I'm never used to whenever we drive like the high downforce, high speed supercars. It always takes me a while to reacclimatize to the speed. Yeah, nice long city circuit though. To be fair to Rockstar, they have done a lot of like our requests in terms of, you know, over the years we've constantly been asking for more props. Fixture removals weren't ever a thing. And now we've got 100 of them, which is very nice indeed. Just, it takes so long to see those requests in the game, and there's still so many that we would like to have, and so many that already exist using the dev creator on PC that aren't just available for everybody and stuff. I might go back and look at, like, I think it was very early on in like early 2015, something like that. I created a video called, I think it was the racing update, and I basically created this whole DLC for racing content, and I made a video about it explaining what I would like to see from a racing perspective as a racing update. This was before cunning stunts or anything like that. I might go back one time and look at it, look at everything I wanted, and see how much we actually got. A lot of it will be, yeah, we got it, but in Rockstar's own way, you know. Not as we would have wanted it, but we got it to some extent. But it would be interesting to see. Still can't use weather in stunt races though. I think it actually says, like, in the creator when you're making a stunt race and you can choose the weather that's available. It's like, it actually says on the little tool tip, choose the weather that will be available for players to choose in the lobby of this race. But you can't, because it's a stunt race. It's almost like they don't even know still. Wrenches are fixed though, we got that done after like 5 years. Using wrenches in stunt races. Cool city circuit. Ah, it was raining again and it's not current weather in the creator. Boo again. Boo, I say. We could have had another bit of rain. Could have been a transition because the rain was for like 15 minutes. We could have transitioned from rain at the start of the race to clear conditions at the end. Disappointing. Oops. Alright, final track of the showcase. We've had a full complement of 15 tracks this time. Full 5 on PC. I don't know how many of that we'll get, but neat hills track with some inventive custom sections, as the notes say. Unfortunately, it uses those modded Apex props with all the hitboxes on a few corners, so I guess we got to be careful on some of the corners, because some of the modded Apex props that have been used aren't the best hitbox wise. Probably those. Oh. Yeah, my abilities have definitely left me since the PS5. I get 5 races. That's all I get. Long break from GTA, you get 5 good races and then back to this. Yeah, we need another off season immediately. So we're in the D tier of muscle cars. I chose the Dukes because of its really good traction, and I thought, thinking that the race was going to start being wet because it was raining in game. And then the creator of this track had other ideas. Disappointingly. Still use that traction on some of these hills. Do the line. Oh, this is the track from the clip earlier, isn't it? I'll try it. I think we're doing 2 laps. No, it's not. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's not the same track. This one probably has the checkpoints placed so that's not a possible line to take, as it kind of should be. do it anyway. Hopeless, hopeless, hopeless. Yeah, it's just gotten worse and worse. I might as well do it now. I don't think Box had a DT, a muscle car, so he said in the chat earlier a stock piss was a dominator should be on the same pace, right? Didn't get a chance to answer before we actually selected the cars, but yeah, I don't think it is. Definitely seems slower. Nobody saw that. Yeah, can't do it on this one. Well, you could do the line that was on the clip, but the checkpoint is placed correctly, so that's not possible. The other track that we saw earlier on in that clip in the stream didn't have that checkpoint placed there, so it was possible to do that cut line. And that's the difference. Still worth a try. It's not as if it really changed my outcome in this race. Nice tracks again, all linked in the description. We'll be back again next month with hopefully another 15. Profit.com/verified for all the info to submit your circuits as well.